In the tunnel.
In the tunnel.
In the tunnel. You're listening to In the Tunnel.
Hello and welcome to In the Tunnel, episode number 46. I think we just want to get straight into it today, huh?
Yep. Sunday night vibes. Let's just get straight into it so we can salvage what little time of the weekend we have.
Yep, so as you can see, first thing we wanted to talk about was Home Run Derby.
Mostly because we thought we were going to record on another day, but here we are. So yeah, the home run derby, it happened, as often years it does, and saw some records get broken.
Yeah?
29 home runs in a round by Vlad Guerrero Jr. there, and then yeah, after that, he went out and hit even more in the second round, and he lost.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, but I felt like that second round match was the true, final. Because, it was back and forth competition. Nobody was giving up.
They had the swing off, which
They had
um,
multiple swing offs, okay?
I had the swing off thing is stupid to me. I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
but
but like, if you're gonna have the whole event based on time and then be like, okay, now it's out of attempts.
out of
Well,
3 balls, right?
no, three swings.
Oh, 3 swings. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I mean, it's kind of what the home run derby went away from, which was the swings, outs kind of thing,
Yeah.
and they replaced it with time. And then in the case of a tiebreaker, they went back to the other part.
Yeah. But I
And
mean,
I didn't like that.
that swing off, it was entertaining. It kept you watching because they were both doing really well.
Yeah, it was. I mean, that was the one part of the home run derby I didn't watch, but
Of course. That's the only part of the home run derby I watched.
hey, when Josh Bell was out, Josh Bell was out. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, dude, that guy had 18 home runs in the first round, and yeah,
I
that's
mean,
not gonna do it.
yeah, well, no, well, not anymore. He used to be able to.
Yeah,
And
fair enough.
what do you mean it's not going to do it? Pete Alonso had 14 and he won the whole thing.
Yeah, but his opponent was Carlos
So Josh Bell's opponent was a contact hitter.
Santana, who's still got 25.
Yeah, made good contact.
Yeah, anyway, so as far as the finals, we already alluded to, the winner is Pete Alonso.
Spoiler alert. I
Uh,
had no idea
I
you were
mean,
about
it's been more than a week since that event, so.
It has not been more than a week.
Oh, around then.
Sure.
Anyway, yeah, but again, I feel like that Guerrero and Pedersen second round match was the true final. So
I mean, the trophy, I guess, would beg to differ, but to each their own. You're doing your own thing, and I'm here to try to support you in your quest for whatever clarity you're attempting to grab at here.
fair enough. All right. Well, anyway, now that we've covered a little bit of baseball, it's time to move on to the NBA.
Yeah.
So, in case you missed it, here's our predictions for the NBA we did just over a week ago. Probably a
Yeah,
lot more than that, actually.
Who cares?
Yeah. So, anything to say about these predictions, Jeremy?
Yeah, so let's just go through this, and I'll break out my handy dandy markup tool here because on my screen I'm going to go through this. Um, it won't show on the broadcast, but let's just go through these one at a time. And I'm gonna grab the red color pen if you don't mind, because that
We
way
can't see it
I can
anyway, dude.
mark. Well, I like to be official. That way I can mark which ones we got wrong.
Basically.
So Tobias Harris, he did not go to the Hawks. Al Horford did not stay with the Celtics. Brooke Lopez did not go back to the Nets. Kemba Walker did not go to the Hornets. Derrick Rose did not return to Chicago. Kristaps Porzingis, he stayed with the Mavericks, so he did not go to the Cavaliers. D'Angelo Russell ended up in Golden State, so he did not go to the Mavericks. Kyrie Irving decided to go to a place where blue used to be in the color, but not anymore. He's in Brooklyn now, so he's not going to the. DeMarcus Cousins is not going to the Pistons, although Markieff Morris is, and they're basically the same person, just playing a different position. Chris Middleton, a shooter that went to Golden State, it would have made a lot of sense, but it didn't happen. Paul Millsap, turns out, lo and behold, he opted into his contract with the Nuggets, and he never was a free agent. Yeah, Kawhi Leonard,
Did
let's
not
see,
go to the Pacers.
did not go to the Pacers, did not let us sleep through a full night because he decided to go to the Clippers. So Malcolm Brogdon, he did go to the Pacers, though. We had those two very close on our list, right next to each other, and yet somehow they reversed. Nikola Vucevic stayed with the Magic. Enes Kanter, I think, went to the Celtics. Ricky Rubio said that he was going to go. I don't remember where it was, but at the last second, he changed his mind and went to the Suns.
Julius Randle.
He was going to go to the Pacers, and he changed his mind and went to the Suns. Julius Randle went to the Knicks, not the Bucks. Terry Rozier went to the Hornets. It's amazing how much of this I remember off the top of my head, by the way. Danny Green went to the Lakers, not the Pelicans. Nikola Mirotic did not go to the Knicks. He went somewhere else, and I don't know where. DeAndre Jordan went to the Nets, did not go to the Thunder. Although everybody who said that they were going to sign with the Thunder made a bunch of deals and then essentially said we're rebuilding and told their free agents that they were going to sign that they could back out, and so some of them did. Thaddeus Young did not go to the Magic. JJ Redick went to the Pelicans, not back to the Sixers. Jimmy Butler went to the Heat, and so we got that one backwards. The Suns and the Heat. Rubio went to the Suns. Butler went to the Heat.
Okay.
Jonas Valanciunas, I don't know where he is, but I guarantee you it's not Portland. Sacramento Kings did not get Klay Thompson.
The Spurs.
Kevin Durant did not go to the Spurs. Harrison Barnes stayed in Sacramento, so he did not go to the Raptors. Marcus Morris went, let's see, I think he went to San Antonio and is now going to the. I think he went to Oklahoma City first, or no, San Antonio first, and then before he signed the papers, he's going to the Knicks now, I think. So he's not going to the Jazz. And Marc Gasol opted into his contract with the Raptors. He's not going to the Wizards. So just to let you guys know, I'm looking at about 30 strokes because we got all 30 wrong.
Hey, we were 30
only
wrong,
us.
so all
Only
of them
us.
wrong. Hey, we got 100% somewhere. What alternate universe do you think we would have got
100? The 70th percentile one.
Okay. Yeah.
It's funny. I'm watching the ink replay video right now. It's just fun to look at all these red lines that are just being created on this PowerPoint.
Anyway, yeah. So you can see some notable signings like Butler went to the Heat. Kawhi Leonard to the Clippers, Durant and Irving to the Nets. Yeah, so you can see a couple
Yeah.
of notable signings we have here. Any?
I'm not. Look, I mean, we obviously have sentimental ties to the Nets, having been from the area, but at the same time, I'm a little bit over the overreaction of Durant being signed. I get that was a big deal, but the fact of the matter is he's still not going to play for a year. So, I mean, why not react later?
Yeah, fair enough. But hey, Irving signing is a big deal.
I guess. I mean, even the Celtics fans wanted him out by the end of last season, so we'll see.
Yeah, but hey, we
He
can
has
want
the
him and
potential.
we can want him out at the end of the season. But for now, he's a big deal.
All I'm gonna say is he potentially brings drama, so we'll see how that goes in the long run.
All right. Anything from the second half of notable signing you want to
Let's
cover?
see. Oh well, I mean, I only covered the most notable of notable trades, Sean. Or
Oh,
not trades,
okay.
signings. T.J. McConnell, Jeremy Lamb, and Malcolm Brogdon to the Pacers because why not have all the guards in the world?
So that's the top. That's the first page we're going back to.
No, I'm just leaving on the second one.
Okay.
Willie Cauley Stein, just another Sacramento King. All these guys who stay in California, they just really love California so much that they want to stay there. Like
Okay.
DeMarcus Cousins goes from Golden State to the Lakers, and Willie Cauley Stein goes from the Kings to the Warriors.
Okay.
You know,
All right. Anyway, so you want to get on to those
it,
notable trades that you want to talk about so much?
oh boy, do I!
So yeah, pretty nice graphic for this one.
Thank you, sir.
We have we three trades to cover here. We have a couple more, but the first one, the Rockets and Thunder traded. Rockets got Russell Westbrook and gave the Thunder Chris Paul. They swapped picks in 2021,
Right,
and
I
then
think it's the right to swap picks
oh
because
yeah,
I,
the
I mean,
right
I
to
don't know for sure, but you'd have to imagine that you don't trade away the swap right now.
yeah, you
You
give them the
have the
right
choice
to
later.
swap.
Right,
But
right.
then they also got the 24, 25, and 26 first round picks of the Rockets.
Yeah, so I mean, you build for the future, and
Yeah, I think
you know,
that's a good haul for a rebuild though. But the problem is those picks are kind of what like the first one's in 5 years.
for the,
Thunder.
I mean, yeah, but if you're gonna embrace a rebuild, you're gonna have to start from the bottom, and
Yeah, but like I
I
was
think it
thinking like
means
2 or 3 years, like like maybe a 2022, 2023.
Well, I think that the 2021 is probably a first round pick swap scenario, but
Yeah, but
so
it
I mean it's not immediate, but at the same time, you probably have to let some contracts on the current roster run out and let
yeah, but
guys move on before you can truly take on the cap hits of all the guys who you would get for first round contract.
Yeah, but still, like most NBA contract, all NBA contracts are lower in length. Like max is 5 years, right?
I think it's
Free
five or
agent
six. Yeah,
signing is
five,
five
five, five,
years.
five, 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 five.
Yeah, so like most of these contracts that they're currently holding should run out in 3, 4, where their first round picks can start to at least make a impact on their salary and all that.
Right. They probably run out right in time, but the thing is you have to remember that we live in a day and age where the NBA hands out $100 million contracts like they're candy.
Yeah,
So, you know, if you have two lottery picks, let's not go overboard, then you have to hand over just under 10 million a year probably to each of those guys
yeah.
starting in their rookie year. So I mean, you have to
Okay.
weigh the budget thing, and I think that they invest in the future more by hauling in more picks later.
All right.
And
So
then on top of that,
you want to go through the second trade?
Yeah, as Kawhi Leonard decided to burn the midnight oil a little bit and wake us all up with some news uh, that he was going to the Clippers and he brought along his buddy Paul George. Um, so the Thunder were able to receive Shea Gilgeous Alexander, Danilo Gallinari, and count them all 7 first round picks between 2021 and 26 from
Yeah,
the
so
Los Angeles Clippers.
I think they made out really good here. So they
Yeah, I mean they have potentially 11 first round picks and
in the
within
next
2021 and 2026.
7 years, right? Or yeah, in the next like in those 5-6 years, they have about 11 extra at least at this point.
Yeah, that's true. They didn't give up any of theirs, assuming that they have them.
Yeah, I mean that's why I said extra because in case they still have them, it's more than 11. So yeah, but I think they
That's
made out
crazy.
really well with this. Like those, I mean, again, this trade gives them a 21 first round pick, right? So that can impact a lot earlier.
I think, Sean, if you're going to rebuild, it's so rare. I feel like that you can cash in on and get this many draft picks.
Right.
So if you're going to rebuild, they probably got like the best start that you could ever get.
Yeah.
The only, I'll retract that on one condition. The only way it could have gotten better is, like you said, if it had started with next year's draft.
Even like
If
2 years.
they could have done right, if they could have done it with not much turnover time.
Yeah, because like your contracts don't like I understand they don't run out immediately, but the NBA has fairly short contract length
Oh
where
yeah.
salary starts opening up earlier.
Mm-hmm.
That's my only qualm with all of this.
Well, I'm glad that you have a reason to use a word such as that.
All right, and the last trade on the list, the
So,
Suns.
so really there was only those two big trades. But I was, I was very committed to filling the screen with a 3 trade system. So we bring to you a slightly significant trade because the Suns traded away 2 first rounders and 2 second round picks for Javon Carter and then Kyle Korver, who they immediately win.
Yep.
Name wise, Kyle Korver and Josh Jackson are probably significant names. But then when you waive Kyle Korver, it kind of takes everything away. But there was no other trades that I really thought were bigger than that. So
Yeah. So I mean, we have one more trade to go through. So let's just
party on, dude.
get for the NBA. So we have a 4-team trade, and I'm pretty sure that's the only reason
Oh
it's
yeah,
here.
yeah. That's the only reason why I was on a different slide.
Yep. So the Heat get Jimmy Butler and Myers Leonard.
Myers Leonard.
Myers Leonard. I can't.
Way to make that overcomplicated.
Yes, I can't speak. So anyway, it works. And then
So what's Kawhi's last name?
Leonard.
What's this guy's last name?
Leonard.
Ah,
Okay, the Blazers get Hassan. Was it Whiteside?
what? Yeah, way to make that simple.
Okay, Sixers get Josh Richardson,
Mm-hmm.
and the Clippers get Maurice Harkless and a 2023 first round pick.
Yep. So
All
that one
right.
was significant because Hassan Whiteside and Jimmy Butler both All Stars.
Yep.
So they're both on the move, as well as a first round pick, and then whoever these other guys are,
Yep.
feel bad for them that they had to change homes, but who really cares?
Yeah. But I mean, it's the off season, so they got some time.
Must be nice getting jobs from everywhere.
All right, and now we have
But that's a
the
different show, a
contract
different topic.
the contract that no one wants.
Yes, one of the things that no one wants. It's one of the things that Oprah won't give away for free. So yeah, via Spotrac, let's make that clear. That's where I pulled this from. This is a visual of Chris Paul's contract. He signed only before last year a 4-year deal for approximately $160 million.
Basically.
And yeah, so Chris Paul now is going to be in his age 34 season, and he's going to be making on his current deal when he's 36 years old, it looks like, in the final year of his contract, $44 million,
Over.
which is just insane how much they backloaded this contract to have a well past their prime point guard who's injury prone make that much money in 1 year. The contract is so bad that the Knicks rejected an offer to take on Chris Paul.
Yeah, but I mean, hey, they got rid of it.
Yeah, but the Knicks didn't even want it.
Yeah.
Like, Chris Paul was not enough for the Thunder to take on by themselves. They still needed like the 5, picks or whatever it was.
Yeah.
So that, and on top of it, spoiler alert, Chris Paul has no desire to play for the Thunder, and he's probably going to get traded again. So again, things that nobody wants.
Yo. All right. Now that we are done through the NBA, you want to review our NHL free agency prediction?
Sure, but you're going to have to tell me who these guys signed with, because
I mean,
I
I
can
don't think
only
some
do
of
so
them have
much.
signed yet.
Well, help me out here, Sean.
All right, because I can confidently say that Girardi didn't sign with the Ducks. Duchesne definitely didn't sign with the Yotes.
All right, look. Duchesne did not sign with the Yotes. He signed with another animal, though. Panarin did not go to the Bruins, although I still maintain that move would have made sense.
Yeah, it would have, but again, term-wise, it didn't make sense. But Perry did not go to the Sabres.
Yeah, still rolling in the red. Thomas Vanek. Let's see. Thomas Vanek.
I did not see Vanek move yet.
Oh, still a free agent.
Yeah.
So that one's still in play.
Dzingel is not in Ottawa?
No, he went to Carolina.
Yeah.
Wait, so we got that right.
Oh, yeah. Dzingel
Holy
went to
crap,
the
we got one right.
Except for the cash. We did get that right.
Hold on. Well, let's find out. No, he did not get $10 million a year. He got
he didn't even get 6 years, dude.
Yeah, he got 2 years. But hey, a green is a green is a green. We got one right.
England did not go to the Blackhawks.
Who cares, man? It's all about the Zingle right now.
The Avalanche have not signed Boyle.
Yeah. Marcus Johansson did not. Did he go to the Blue Jackets?
Not the Blue Jackets. Strawman
went to the Buffalo Sabres.
Yeah.
I get those too confused sometimes.
Yeah, he definitely. I was like, I know he didn't go to the Blue Jackets.
Strawman went to the Panthers. He did not go to the Stars. Brandon Tanev went to the Penguins. Although we got the contract right.
Yeah.
We got the contract almost dead on. He signed a 6-year, $3.5 million per year deal. And we didn't have halves, so I'm going to say we got that one right. Just wrong spot.
Wilson is still a free agent as far as I'm concerned.
Okay. Devontae Smith-Pelly.
Also, well, definitely didn't go to the Panthers, but I'm pretty sure he's still not signed.
Let's see. Devontae. Oh, that's not how you spell that. Devontae Smith-Pelly. Let's see. Currently a free agent.
Yep. He still has not signed. Gardiner definitely did not go to the Kings.
Jake Gardiner is still a free agent.
Curtis McElhaney has not been signed yet.
Are you sure? I feel like I heard his name was called.
Oh no, yeah, he signed with the Lightning.
Yeah.
But that's not the Wild.
Joker's Wild. Alex Scheisen or whatever. How do you pronounce that one? You're better with hockey names. I'm better with the simple NBA people.
I actually don't know how to pronounce that one. But he has not signed with anybody yet. He's still a free agent.
Hold on a second.
Wayne Simmons did not sign with the Predators.
Oh, we'll learn that. We spelled the. All right, so tries on not. Wade and Simmons went to New Jersey. Oh, we had that right, near each other, but not the Predators.
Brandon Peary did not go to the Nets.
Sean, wrong sport.
What?
You said the Nets.
Oh, the Devils. I'm so out of it right now. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Sean's thinking about moving up into a big boy.
Peter Mrazek did not go to the Islanders.
No, but Varlamov did, and they're basically the same person.
One's way more expensive of a goaltender, though.
According to this, yeah, but not really. Simeon Varlamov saved the Islanders. I'm sorry, but no. Varlamov league like 12.
Michael Furland has not signed yet.
No, I thought I did. I think he went. Is going to Carolina.
Or no,
sure.
Canucks.
Or yeah. Sorry, he was on Carolina. He is going to Vancouver.
Right.
So he's not there.
That was a couple of days ago.
Pat Maroon is still up for grabs.
Yep.
Which surprises me.
Really?
I mean, everybody needs a cup veteran.
Panic went to the
Capitals.
So
Gabe Bobrovsky definitely went to the Penguins, except he did.
You wish?
Not really. I really don't need a guy who's going to leave the team high and dry in the middle of the.
Anders Lee is still an Islander.
Yeah, he resigned, and but basically the same thing because Joe Pavelski, also a captain of his respective team, went to San Jose. Anders, a captain of the Islanders, decided to stay. Basically the same. You wear the C wherever you.
Yeah.
Except Jamie Benn's going to keep it in Dallas. Jumbo Yo, I think. Did Jumbo Joe stay or no? Or has he not signed?
He is not signed yet. I don't think.
Ooh. Big time what if for San Jose if they can get them or not.
Brett Connolly, I'm unsure.
Went to the Panthers.
Oh, you know more than me. Justin.
I created the graphics.
Oh, Joe Pavelski. He went back to the Sharks.
No, he didn't. He went to the Stars.
Oh, he went to the Stars. Crap. I'm so bad. I was also Justin Williams.
He I think went somewhere. I think on a 1 year. Or did he?
No, he's still a free agent.
Yep, still a free agent. That's my bad.
Pierre-Edouard Bellemare.
I tell you, we've got some room for some success here. With all these still free agents. No, dear God, don't search Pierre Bellemare in Google because the first thing that shows up apparently is his wife and not him.
I think he signed with
the Avalanche.
The Avalanche, yep. Then Tobias Reeder
definitely did not go to the Capitals, despite the fact that I have no idea who that is.
Yeah.
And Valtteri Filppula, I think, went to the Red Wings again.
And I think Reeder went to the Oilers.
Valtteri Filppula loves the fact that that was it not that Tsuk, who's running the Yzerman.
Yzerman.
Yeah,
so I mean, back. We did better on this one, or the wheel did better on this one than the end.
Yes, we got a one right.
Hey, one's more than none.
Speaking the truth, Sean. Speaking the truth. But we also have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 potential openings that could still fill.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so some notable signings is Sebastian Aho signed a offer sheet, so the Hurricanes had to match it.
And if they didn't, they were going to be screwed. The Hurricanes would have had no future.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as we
And so,
mentioned, Marcus Johansson went to the Sabres.
although, going back to Aho just for a second, I guarantee you, as someone who lives, if Aho went to the Canadians and the Hurricanes didn't match the offer sheet, nobody down here would have known.
Yeah, you might have what, like the 100 or so Hurricanes fans that would have been pissed off, but
Every fan would have shown up outside of the arena, just being like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" And then we would have never seen anything about it.
yeah. Calgary and Edmonton switched goalies. That's really
That's news.
yeah. But that's
Bo
really
Bennett.
the
Bo Bennett
notable
is
things for
back.
that page.
Bo Bennett's back
Yeah.
again.
Yeah. So yeah, on this page, Wayne Simmons signed with New Jersey, Duchesne to the Predators.
I don't. I think that the Duchesne to the Predators thing is kind of stupid.
And Panarin to the Rangers are the three biggest ones on this list. Would you agree?
Yeah. I think Greg McKegg is bigger.
And Semyon Varlama.
I mean, Greg McKegg. Everybody needs a borderline for.
Okay.
Obviously, being sarcastic.
Yes, I know.
Well, he obviously didn't play. What in all seriousness is the big problem is that San Jose decided to re-sign Erik Karlsson and then do nothing.
Yeah.
Like, if you're going to say, hey, here's a monster contract, we need to contend while the window is still somewhat open, you have to do something else. They lost Domskoy too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they lost a lot of top six in
And
this free agency.
I mean, I haven't looked at the Sharks prospects in a while, but something I got to do cuz I want to see what their prospects look like.
I still assume it's just Thomas Hertl.
But he's no longer a prospect, dude.
Yeah, but remember that 4-goal game he had in his first. He'll never be as good as that game.
Yeah, but that's not a prospect pool. Cuz like, Nashville's kind of like synonymous for having a bunch of prospect D-men. Like what's the Sharks got for them? Thomas Hertl. That's not a prospect.
Yeah, obviously not. Oh, let's see. Well, at least they still have Timo Meyer.
He's technically not a prospect either.
I'm just looking at the depth chart. I'm not talking about prospects.
Yeah. Anyway, so you want to get on to the trades?
Yeah. By the way, Evander Kane is on a monster deal for
Yeah.
a third line winger.
Yeah, he is.
That probably
It's
should never have
ridiculous.
happened. That should not have happened.
All right. So anyway, notable NHL trades. I thought there were only three really big ones. So the Maple Leafs and Avalanche. Maple Leafs got Tyson Berry, Alexander Kerfoot, and a 2026 round pick, while the Avalanche got Nazem Kadri, Kale Rosen, whatever, and
The
a
Rosenbag.
2023 round pick. Notable thing is they extended. I think the Maple Leafs extended both Barry and Kerfoot right afterwards.
I guess Cale Makar is the future.
Yeah, but I mean, I like aside from like the problems that Kadri has with being a little like too aggressive and
A little bit of a bitch boy.
borderline hits are kind of high. He's a good player for the Avalanche to pick up.
Yeah.
And on the other side, Kerfoot's a pretty good young winger.
He's got a great hockey name.
So is Barry. So I think the Maple Leafs got a good deal, but I mean that puts them out of the running basically for the RFA that everybody's waiting for them to sign.
Mitch Marner and Jake Gardner.
Mitch
Or no,
Marner is the one I'm talking about,
Mitch
though.
Marner. Yeah, Jake Gardner's an unrestricted.
Yeah,
My
Mi-
apologies, sir.
Mitch Marner is the RFA. People want like other teams to offer sheet him, but like, why would a team? If they give him 10 mil, they have to give up 4 first-round picks. Like, are you kidding me?
I think it depends on the level of talent that is predicted to come out of the next 4 drafts. If your scouting team is really confident that there's not going to be anybody better than Mitch Marner is now, or in his prime, then I I can see why a team rolls the dice. But 4 years is such a long period of time to have the confidence that it's worth it.
Right, and I mean, if they get it to like 9.5 mil or under, it's 3 first-round picks, but that's huge.
Yeah. How much for 2 first-round picks? I'll give you 2 and a coupon for Arby's.
I didn't look at because I think it's like every 2.5 mil or something like that.
Well, that's wildly inadequate, Sean.
Yeah. So anyway, next trade it involves your team, Jeremy.
Yes, and let me preface this preface this by saying that I have now entered into several Twitter Arizona Coyotes sweepstakes for the Phil Kessel jersey that they're trying to do a sweepstakes for it because it's that old throwback jersey with Phil Kessel on it,
Oh
and
damn.
yeah. So yeah, Sean, we gotta get ourselves one of those. But yeah, so the Coyotes put Rick Tocchet, the head coach, back on the map with his boy Phil Kessel. He's like the Phil Jackson of Phil Kessel because he's the only one who seemingly can make him happy.
Uh-huh.
And then they got a prospect in Dane Burks and a 2021 fourth-round pick in exchange for Alex Galchenyuk and Pierre-Olivier Joseph.
Yep.
I'm liking the Joseph thing. You know, two-way defenseman coming back, a 19-year-old prospect,
Okay. What do you
former
think of
first-round pick.
Galchenyuk?
I think that the biggest problem with him is that he only has a year left on his deal, while Kessel had, I think, 2
Isn't his
or
cap hit
3.
less though?
Galchenyuk, yeah.
And
But the thing is right now the Penguins are at a point where they don't have a lot of cap space.
Mhm.
So if he was controlled for longer, uh, if he works out on the roster and was controlled for longer, I think it would have been more, content with that.
yeah, but I mean, Galchenyuk's had some struggling times because he's been traded twice in the past 12 months. Now,
Yeah, he was on the Canadians at one time.
yeah, he started out there, right?
Yeah, I had no idea he was on the Coyotes, to be honest with
Yeah, they traded him around the beginning of the season.
you. Party on, man.
And I mean, I hope he can find his footing because he's really on a new team. He needs a fresh start. Hopefully, he can get his legs under him and produce a good season.
I can only hope that you're right, Sean.
And last trade involves my team, so I'll take that one. Devils got
Yeah.
PK Subban for the Predators, getting Steve Santini, Jeremy Davies, a prospect, and a 2019 second
Subinator.
and 2020 second round pick.
So I mean, you gotta love the fact that you guys didn't even get a first round pick for one of the league's ultimate
I mean,
PR hype guys. He'll bring the fan base so many fans.
yeah, but I mean, also they obviously offloaded cap space for Matt Duchene. So
Well, that's what I don't like about the Matt Duchene thing is I get that they thought that their window was closing with their current core, but I don't think that Matt Duchene, when I look at his name and I look at what he brings to the table, it hasn't happened anywhere he's gone, whether it be Ottawa, Colorado. He doesn't exactly spell out the bring cups kind of vibe to me.
yeah, and I mean, so
So
the Devils got like a first pairing defenseman in exchange for a at best 7th D a prospect and 2 second round picks. I think that's well worth it. And Subban has a couple of years left. I think it's what 2 or 3.
Uh, It's definitely not one.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think the Devils made out. It accomplished what Nashville wanted, but it's not optimal for them. All right.
I would not say you're wrong.
All right, so that's what we got. So just a little prelude to next week.
I think
We'll
it's
be
just a
doing a
preview, but
special where we go through some of our forgotten stars in different sports.
okay. Well, let's try a different angle at this. Well, let's hype it up a little. Coming next week, we have. If you've heard of Jon Stewart presents the fundraising HBO special, A Night of Too Many Stars, how about A Night of Too Many Forgotten Stars, where we raise awareness for the common star athlete who has faded off into the distance like the sun has set over his or her head. We bring that to you next week. It is a mini feature because we have no idea how it's going to run. It will be educational, and hopefully you'll scratch your head and say, oh, yeah, I remember that guy. So we bring that to you next week on In the Tunnel with new graphics coming soon as well.
And yeah, to prelude those new graphics, we have we're working on a new cover photo kind of thing. So we just wanted to shoot that up there and see what you guys think. Any comments, let us know on YouTube comments, Twitter, Facebook.
Yes, let us know.
And with that being said, thank you so much for watching and catch you all next week.